Hi babies, welcome to my channel. I am the Hood Dalai Lama. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and join the tribe. Depending on where you find me, you may also need to follow. Okay? Starting right out, I just want to say also to remember that my messages are sporadic because they are downloads. So they appear to be all over the place because they are. Also, take what resonates, leave what does not. Jumping right in. Spirit says self-love is the best love. Yeah. You've had to learn to put yourself first over and over and over and over again. And it is not easy. I feel like for many of you, you have experienced a lot of backlash for being strong in your position about certain things, for saying, hey, I'm not going to accept this. And anybody that's coming to me with this is going to be met with a hard no. And a lot of times you were bashed for it. You were called ugly names. You were treated differently. I'm specifically picking up on someone who was brought in the world into a family that values, let's say, Christianity, but you ventured out and now you're a Buddhist. And everybody's looking at you like, how dare you turn your back on the Bible? And you're like, I still love God of the Bible. I'm just a Buddhist now. Okay. This is the energy that I'm getting. You started out with a certain mindset. For many of you, you started your journey wanting to get married. Now you're like, nah, I don't know, stuffy. That scares me, right? Or you just tried it. Maybe you've been married before and you got a divorce, and now you're at the family gatherings and grandma's asking you, when are you going to get another guy? All right. Or your aunts are pressuring you to have a baby. Don't feel like you need to do anything outside of your own timeline. Spirit says you're worth waiting for. For some of you, you are celibate. For some of you, you're refraining from sex until you're married. And a lot of people may be saying to you, like, oh, like, nobody's gonna pick you because you don't put out and all of this stuff. Stupid crap that takes a lot of really good women and puts them in a compromising position. Maybe they date a guy that's abusive, but they've been listening to society say, if you're not putting out, you're not going to find anybody. And so they give their bodies up to this person. Now there's a soul tie. Now you can't let go. And you're stuck in this cycle with this person that if you would have listened to your first mind that said, no, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to finish, I'm going to get my degree, I'm going to open that thing, I'm going to get this started, I'm going to go to this business and become a VP. If you kept focused, how much farther would you have been versus having listened to people that told you to go the route that they went? I'm picking up on that heavy. People want you to do what they did. You're not here to do what other people have done. You're here to do something new. If you're in my collective, you have a very forward mind. You have a very futuristic way of thinking about things. And a lot of people just don't see the vision, and that's fine. But I don't want you to stop pursuing your destiny and your goals because you feel like you need to sacrifice yourself for what society says, what men say, what women say, what statistics say, what they say. Who are they? They're a figment of our imagination because the only reality that matters is our own realities. That's why just you, that's why self love is so much more important than what society calls love. Because if you are a Bible type of person, it teaches us that God is love, spirit is love. So what's all this other stuff y'all are talking about? Because the Bible also says what? If you believe in it, his spirit was imparted upon man. That means we're what? We're gods. So aren't we supposed to be loving ourselves? Because if we're loving ourselves, then we're able to go out into society, into the world with other people and exude love. And then that pulls in people that want to love and pulls in people that genuinely need to be loved. And now we're creating community. But if our focus is go to school, get married, have some kids, I just don't think that's the way this is supposed to go. Not for everybody. And I feel like for some of you, this was a very heavy message because it didn't come across as like I'm motivating you because you're doing so good. It came across like I'm motivating you because you're holding on by a thread. You're losing sight of your vision because other people are telling you their vision. Get out of the void, get out of the distractions, focus on yourself, and be mindful that you, divine masculine, you, divine feminine, are a god. You're a goddess. So therefore, self-love is the best love. Start loving yourself, and then you can exude that and then implement that into the world around you. Now your children are happier. Your spouse is happier if you have one. Your family members are happier. Your workspace is easier to get through because you're working on self. You're focused on self. You're born alone, you die alone. You stand at the gate alone. If you believe in other things, you go to the crossroads alone. Alone. You've got to learn to be alone. And for so many people, they're going fucking crazy because they don't know how to be alone. But I am telling you, once you obtain that peace of being by yourself, with no one there to distract you, hurt you, trigger you, cause you trauma, it is the most peaceful shit you've ever felt in your life. And you won't want to go back to toxicity. You won't want to go back to meaningless relationships just so you can show up at the family cookout with a new guy. Hey, what do you guys think about him? No. Show up as self. Show up and be that woman that you wanted to see as a little girl. Be that man you wanted to see as a little boy. And what's going to happen is grandma and them, aunties and them are going to start going, ooh, she might be teaching us something. And that's okay. It's okay to be an older person that learns from a younger person. It's okay to be a young person that takes advice from an elder. It's okay. We're here to help each other. Let's break this divide of the young versus the old, the males versus the females, the blacks versus the whites. We're family. We're family. And that's why I always end these messages with telling you that I love you, because I want you to know that I don't do this because I ain't got shit else to do, but because I do. I do this because I genuinely love y'all. Okay? I love y'all. And I want you to love yourself, because that's what today's message is about. Why? Because spirit loves you, and spirit is rooting for you every single day. The universe conspires. The universe aspires to bless me consistently. Amen. Speak life, be life, show love, and be love. And all those things that you desire will be added unto you because you're seeking the kingdom. The kingdom is community, the kingdom is love. So let's do that with self first, and then spread that out to all people, not just mama and daddy and them, not just your man, not just your kids, not just your little community, but to the world. And it'll be a better place. Okay, so you're doing great. I'm just here to encourage you to not give up, because you're really making an impact and you're changing the way people of older paradigms, they're releasing those old paradigms and they're shifting into new concepts because of what you're doing as a trailblazer. So just keep in mind that spirit loves you, universe supports you, I love you, and I am the Hood Dalai Lama, and I'm out.